It's a video chat presentation of LML Payment Systems. LML is a NASDAQ capital market stock, trading our ticker LMLP. Very nice bounce on Friday. You can see us actually broke through $2 before pulling back into the close. It's got to stay on the watch list today for a continued bounce. It's a pretty good separation until it reaches some real resistance. Not getting much from the MACD. This is indeed just a true bounce play. You can see overall in the long term, still a pretty solid downtrend. But on the positive side, it is trying to make a new higher low through here as well, even though it did break through that trend line. Being just a true bounce, I'll watch for support levels. We'll identify the resistance points coming up. Right now, we are looking for a bullish cross in the MACD. PPO is very similar. ADX PPO pinch sort of style setup, although it's not very deep. PPO is only down around 15 or so. ADX is still up around 30. It's not that high, but a pretty nice reversal position for the ADX by itself. MFI is all in oversold territory, classic bounce position. Accumulation distribution is actually hanging in there pretty well for this taking such a sharp dive in price. So as always, all you look for there is just hold this base level, try and turn back upwards. You want to try and identify something at least. Maybe look for that trend line to break. But I'm not relying on the indicators real heavily at this point. This is really a bounce play. Just try and take a look at these and see if they're giving any stronger signs. Shaking money flow is making some higher lows. CCI, that's a nice trend back upward. Bottom feeders, a lot of times we use that break in negative 100 as a buy point. Full stow, certainly oversold. A modest amount of momentum trying to come into it. And the tricks, of course, it's a laggard. It's not going to get anything from this point. Nice look to the RSIs because of the bounce on Friday, closing up over 9%. Volume still somewhat suspect in this, only 107,000 shares traded. You throw this type of play on the watch list to see if it catches the eyes of momentum traders and bounce players that didn't see it on Friday. See if some stronger volume is going to start coming into it today, and that's what I'd be looking for. True bottom support's down there around $1.45 because of the previous low. And it picks up a little bit more there around $1.50. But I'd actually have my eye on where it opened on Friday, and that's right there at $1.59. A little bit of a support has been established there last week. If it starts coming out with a red candle and dropping down, especially if you see volume increasing, odds are of it blowing right through $1.45 and continuing the slide are greatly increased. So I'd have my eye on $1.60 and see how it performs. I'd want to see that hold. Little bit of resistance right there at $1.75, and it's secondary right through there, right up to around $2. But the upside of this doesn't show strong resistance until up here around $2.13. That's a pretty nice move, 35-40 cents a share to come from where it is. Challenge those resistance points, and that's the reason I wanted to do this chart, because I like to see a pretty close support level and a pretty decent upside. As risky as bottom bounces can be, people call it catching a falling knife. You have to do something to try and pair the risk, and that's identifying a close support and then being sharp if this does continue to push upward. All in all, though, a pretty nice looking chart that LMLP has as far as a true bounce play goes, so it's going to go on the watch list today and see how it performs. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the LML Payment Systems chart. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.